This segment of Naperville Sports Weekly is brought to you in part by the Naperville Sun.
Joe, so we're kind of at the calm before the storm here. You guys start practice tomorrow. I imagine getting ready for it, getting excited, rearing to go?
Yes, I haven't slept, I don't think, in a few days because I've been thinking of new ideas and just trying to make sure that coaches, captains, everyone's kind of on the same page. So yeah, getting really excited.
Now, we see the boys here in the background. They're using the hallways. First couple weeks of track practice, you guys have to get creative as coaches, right?
Definitely. Without having indoor facilities, we don't have an indoor field house. They're very creative with our workouts when it comes to using the gymnastics room, using the pool, using the hallways, any space that we can, either before school or after school. So luckily we have a group of girls that are extremely adaptable and kind of willing to do whatever it takes to kind of get to that next level. So.
What does that, I would imagine that creates a little bit more of well-roundedness from some of your athletes as well, that you're not doing the same thing every day. It kind of breaks up the routine a little bit.
Definitely, I would agree. They have impressed me with their ability to be like, oh, we're doing stairs? Oh, let's go do some parking lot hills. Let's go. I mean, and they're okay with it. They just roll with the punches. And luckily we've had a group of girls, great senior leaders, great junior leaders that have impressed me with their ability to really get the girls excited and enthused. And with a lot of the 5:45 a.m. practices, I'm sure that kind of gets rough during the season as well, but they love it. They actually prefer to have the morning practices and get in and do what we need to do, and kind of starts off their morning. They always say that they love that. So
for sure, not many people enjoy that, but glad to see you got a group that does.
Yes.
Now, the thing with the track season that kind of sticks out is really the length. We're talking in January right now, and if we talk in May, you guys are still in season.
Right.
What do you kind of look at as a coach? How do you approach the season to kind of make sure you guys don't get in a rut at any point over this long season?
Right. It's kind of twofold. You have to not only prepare your workouts to go through that longevity period of being able to peak at the right times and making sure that the times are dropping throughout the indoor season and keeping them excited about having personal records and hopefully breaking school records once we get to outdoor season. So there's kind of that scientific component of trying to make sure that workout-wise, that you're peaking at the right times and, getting the work that you need. And then, like you said, there's also the element of we're working with teenage girls, and so you have to keep them invested. We do several team building events. We hang out at the Spike Shed at Naperville Running Company. We do community events. We work the Special Olympics meet at North Central College. We do a team lock-in here, and they do a Relay for Life event throughout the night. So just as much as it is, the training component, getting in the weight room, getting in med-ball circuits, getting in the swimming pool, gymnastics room, you also have to spice it up with, the team building activities and getting them excited, and then also getting them all on the same page with what they want to accomplish. So. And
I imagine that's got to be important as well when you're dealing with the kind of numbers that you guys have to deal with as far as the size of the team.
Definitely. We've gotten creative over the last few years in regards to just taking attendance. I mean, you have over 100 girls. So taking attendance and making sure that we're actually creating little team pods this year. And so every girl is going to be on a special pod, and they're going to have team names and handshakes and T-shirts. And we try to make it as exciting as possible in order to make sure that the #1 girl on the team who's scoring the most points, and maybe the girl who doesn't run so many varsity events, they all feel invested. They all feel part of something. They all feel like they can contribute or that they're getting better. And so that's definitely kind of an art in and of itself.
Now, we mentioned the long season, a group of girls for you that are coming off a long season. Running into December, the girls cross-country team, a banner year, state title, second at the regional meet, top 15 at nationals.
Right.
I imagine for you that's got to be a group that you look to be strong once we get into the track season.
Oh, definitely. I think that energy that came from the cross-country program, and Iverson has done, I think, a magnificent job, and I've learned so much from him of how to kind of cultivate that atmosphere and that environment and have that translate to track. I mean, the amount of dedication and work ethic that the cross-country girls have, hopefully that core group of girls can translate that into the track season as well and the track program.
And how much, you're an assistant with that group in the fall, how much does that kind of go hand in hand of getting to know other parts of the team, because a lot of times, track can be kind of segmented with different event groups.
Definitely. I think what kind of helps is being, the head track coach and being in charge of sprints and jumps. It's kind of nice because in cross country, I'm the assistant in that program. So I know all the distance girls from cross country, and then to be in charge of sprints and jumps and then already have that relationship built with the distance girls, I think creates a sense of like we're all part of something, we're all part of one, and we're all here for the same goal. But I definitely think they've done a really nice job with just being able to I think the culture that's created in cross country, we try to translate that into track, and so we try to, like you said, it's so fragmented, and we have sprints and jumps competing or practicing at certain hours of the morning, and maybe distances after school, and vice versa. And so it can be when you have an already kind of segregated sport, it's kind of hard. But we've put that on the girls a lot this year to come up with creative ways to make sure that all the field events, all the sprinting events, all the distance events, that they're kind of teamed up with people throughout the program, so that they feel as though, a distance girl may be cheering on a pole vaulter, or, a long jumper is going to be cheering on someone running the 800. So we're trying to make sure that everyone kind of feels a part of the whole rather than just, groups.
And I would imagine as a coach, it's got to be pretty comforting knowing that, you have Ellie DeTuris coming back, Alex Mox, and Maria McDaniel, who all already have top 10 times in this program for some of your distance events.
Yeah, to think of what they accomplished last year in, this past season in cross country, but then even last year with track. So many of them are, they were state participants, and so that's really neat to have that kind of leadership and that experience. We want to be able to go to those larger invitationals and hopefully back to the state meet and have a sense of like we belong here, we're supposed to be here, rather than just excited to be there. So that's the goal.
In the field events, Hope Turner, somebody coming back for you that scored for the state meet for you guys last year.
Yeah.
She's somebody that seems to be really versatile. We know her for pole vaulting, but she does a lot of stuff for you guys.
She does, and I think she loves the challenge whenever we, suggest, hey, maybe you could do 300 hurdles, or, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw her in more 55 hurdle races come indoor season. So trying to spice it up for her. Obviously, she specializes in the pole vault, and she does extremely well with that. But I think she genuinely likes to be challenged, and I think she likes working with so many different girls on the team. I think she benefits from being a leader and helping out at the hurdle practice rather than just being at pole vault.
We saw her as a gymnast her first couple of years here at Naperville North, and we've seen some other pole vaulters in the area that are former gymnasts as well. You mentioned that some of your track girls got into the gymnastics room as a result of that.
Yeah, they were kind of inspired by the strength and development that comes from being in a winter sport, and specifically gymnastics. So we had a few other hurdlers that decided that they wanted to join the gymnastics team to work on flexibility and stuff like that. So it's nice that they're being proactive about the season and thinking ahead of, I want to do extremely well and hit some high targets in track season, and so I'm going to join the cross country or the gymnastics team because of it. So that's really cool.
Who are some of the potential other field event athletes that we could expect to see big things from this year?
We've got Lexley Adesanya, who's another senior who I think will do extremely well in the quarter mile. Other field event wise, we have Stephanie Mueller, who was with us a few years past, and she was injured for a while, and she was doing extremely well with high jump, so we're hopefully going to have her back and healthy. We have a few other girls coming from volleyball who hopefully can jump out of the gym, so we're hoping to see what they can do in high jump. And we've got Ellie Adocio in the hurdle, so hopefully in the 55 and the 300 hurdles that she'll do really well with that. So we're kind of all over the board with possibility. It's just a matter of seeing that translate into, like you said, the 5-month season of development and peaking, and hopefully achieving those higher targets of getting as many state qualifiers. We like to say we want to bring as many buses as possible down to the state meet. So.
And it seems like with track, AAU's been around forever, but
Right.
It seems it's really grown here lately. A lot more opportunities. How much, a lot of the indoor meets over the winter before you guys get started, and it seems like a lot of the outdoor meets in the summer after you guys finish up with the high school season has seemed to kind of grown girls track a little bit here lately.
I definitely agree that there's a big presence in Aurora with Aurora Flyers with their program as well. we're actually in the process of hopefully creating something in Naperville that would be like a Naperville running club, so that it provides a chance for more meets in the summer. So I definitely think that you often hear, like you said, of AAU programs for basketball or for club volleyball. But running and track and field is really making its presence known, and especially in the western suburbs, and that's really exciting. So it's nice to see students and athletes like specialize in track and field, because often it's their third sport. So it's kind of nice that it's gaining that popularity.
How much are you kind of looking forward to tomorrow and getting this whole season started?
I'm excited. It's kind of like it's the calm before the storm right now, but the amount of energy that has come from girls during preseason, meetings with the captains, meetings with coaches, the ideas are flowing. You've got a strong sense of like belonging. People really are like itching to get out there, and so I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a long ride because it's 5 months, but it is amazing to me how fast it goes, and just how emotionally an amazing journey it could be when you see girls develop, even at Tuesday meets or invitationals or whatever it may be. It's really exciting to see someone, starting tomorrow, and then, a few weeks from there, and then a few months from there, seeing where they've developed. So that's the exciting part.
Well, 2012 was a great year for Husky cross and track. Let's hope 2013 can stack up.
Yeah, thank you. I hope so too.